Hello, my name's Michael Keneally, and this video and its blog are all about the need to cherish relationships at this upcoming time of Mars conjunct Mercury energies. It can really help our relationships if we know about the dates and the details of the now long-running Mars conjunct Mercury intermittent conjunctions. So if we're prone to rows in relationships, it can be so helpful to hear this, note the dates, but also, of course, it's crucial to share with our partner what we do if things go completely out of hand. Work out a way of handling it when the energies are just too awful, and of how to come together again and reconcile after there's been a typical Mars conjunct Mercury unfortunate relationship explosion. And this especially applies if one or both of our charts in the relationship contains fighting Mars energies, either in the sign, like if one of the partners Aries, or in the nakshatra. So if one of the partners, is a Chitra nakshatra type person. Nakshatras are the wonderful lunar signs of Vedic astrology, and Chitras ruled by Mars, for example. So I really hope that people with Mars irritation challenge in their destiny, in their fate, in their personality, can be potentially helped and warned by this post, so as to avoid useless, unjustified conflict in their relationship, so as to prepare for rows and lapses. And also just be aware that, as if the Mars-Mercury conjunction wasn't enough, there's also a Mars combust long running. And the Mars state of combust actually runs at times from the 20th of October to the 18th of January. So be aware that when Mars is combust, by being so close to the Sun, Mars' confidence and drive is weakened, but this obviously can cause frustration and anger or aggression in people. It can cause horrible communication difficulties. It can lead to feeling of weakness. And indeed, Mars and the Sun are conjunct at times up to mid-April. And I list the dates at the end of this post. So it really does help each of us in a relationship to be aware that these difficult energies will keep coming in and out of our lives from the 19th of October, when Mars and Mercury meet at 24 Vedic Libra, that's 22 Western Scorpio. They can really upset us. They can harm or even ruin our relationships. So we really do need to work out ways of handling them, so we don't get sucked into their potential negativity, nastiness, awful rows, etc. We really do need to pre-work out ways of mending the damage if rows do occur. Now, a big help here is to go to my Star Wheel Astrology website, and under the More drop-down are a wonderful sequence of monthly astrology pages showing all the needed charts in both Vedic astrology and Western astrology. So having listened to this video and read the blog, made a note of the dates, you can always cross-refer to what's called the ephemeris, the table of planet positions, and note when Mars and Mercury are close, or Mars and the Sun are close. And be aware that rows are more likely. These tables in my wonderful Star Wheel Astrology month pages reveal to you when the long-running peaks of these horrible Mars-Mercury energies are. For some of us, we need to be warned. They're deeply problematic energy. And it's so helpful to please be aware that at the same time there are also other destructive energies that may warp or enrage us. So just as a helpful indication, these are, Chiron, our existential wound energy. Chiron is conjunct Eris, the asteroid of strife, conflict, rebellion, now. Uranus, the energy of revolution, storming of the Bastille, is conjunct asteroid Sedna, the asteroid energy of ghastly events happening to one. Uranus and Sedna, we need to note, are opposition Mars-Mercury now. So check if any of these affect your chart, be aware. And by the way, another challenging energy to be aware of is that Saturn is heading towards the end of his retrograde on the 27th of November. This current retrograde motion of Saturn is a huge spiritual imperative from which we can make such wonderful healing steps. So watch my other video made at this time about Saturn retrograde. On an easier note, we must also be aware that there's a positive energy for us to connect to at this time. Jupiter is now exalted in Vedic Cancer, and Jupiter and Saturn are in trine aspect, which is quite a wonderful potential for healing energy. So what are the dates of this upsetting Mars-Mercury conjunction energy? Well, Mars and Mercury are virtually exact on the 12th of November, so the danger days are the days either side of the 12th of November. When they're at 11 Vedic Scorpio, beware conflicts in the week either side of this date, 12th of November. The new moon of the 20th of November has Sun and Moon in Scorpio, conjunct Mars and Mercury when Mercury is retrograde. Mars is transiting through Anuradha Nakshatra in Vedic Scorpio from the 27th of October to the 18th of November. So Mars is super strong in his own sign of Scorpio, indeed in Anuradha Nakshatra, but there are complications in that this is a Mars that is patterned not just to sort of confront openly, but sometimes almost from the side, backstabbing, that sort of energy. Make a note also that Mars and Mercury conjunct 3 times in the near future, and beware conflicts in substantial periods around these 3 dates. It's the 20th of October at 25 Libra, Vedic, the 12th of November at 11 Scorpio, Vedic, and the 8th of January at 1 Capricorn, Vedic, when Mars and Mercury actually conjunct 3 times. And also be aware that Mars and the Sun are conjunct at times from mid-October up to April. This is a long-running, though intermittent, Mars-Sun conjunction that can be angry energy, Mars-Sun. Think about it. Though positively managed, it can be, just forceful and energized, managing things successfully. And to close, I do think it would be helpful if I list these alongside the Mars combust energy problems that I mentioned earlier. So the danger dates for awful Mars energies are 17th of October to the 26th of October in Libra, they've gone. 16th of November to the 6th of December, Vedic Scorpio. 15th of December to the 13th of January, Sagittarius. 26th of January to the 12th of February, Capricorn. 23rd of February to the 14th of March, Aquarius. And lastly, 2nd of April to 13th of April in Pisces. There's a blog post attached to this video, and it's all nicely set out for you if you want to make a note of it. If relationship rows are a real sort of awful danger for you. So I hope this warning may be of positive help. Yeah, make a note of the dates. Prepare. The key is share together beforehand the need to avoid rows and avoid escalations, and be open to reconciliations, perhaps an agreed way of bringing in a reconciliation in. So all blessings to your relationships from now until April and far beyond. Thank you.